Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode one, our pilot episode of what we're essentially going to call Freddie's Freak Show. Brought to you by the Jones Gym itself, located in Steubenville, Ohio, for the best in personal training. Sorry to pull up your ego a little bit, Fred.
Love, baby. It's all good.
Best in personal training, training atmosphere and equipment. Contact Fred Jones, owner and operator of Jones Gym, best gym in the Ohio Valley, #1. Today, we want to take time to kind of introduce some of the Jones Gym powerlifting team and members to talk about the gym, goals, and some of the upcoming events. I guess I'll just kick it off. So my name's Tyler Stegani. I've been at your gym now, Freddie, for almost 2 to 3 years.
3 years.
It's been a while. We've been in a couple of different spots. As far as like my training experience, I think for most of us, it all stems from sports in high school and other things. Former collegiate strength coach, so I've got a lot of experience doing that, working with different populations. As far as powerlifting, consistently, been great for the past 2 or 3 years, so it's been quite a ride. Fred?
Sure. Fred Jones, owner, and personal trainer at the Jones Gym. I'm a collegiate athlete, a former collegiate athlete, so I hopped into the strength game in college. Got into the gym, got up to Tim Mariota. He got me under his wing, and that's where it all started. So I have competed in New York, Ohio. I've been all around the country competing. I was ranked 9th in the country at 165, also 7th at 148. So I'm just trying to keep that competitive game going and see what's happening.
I'm Cody Kasegi. I've known Tyler since high school. I've been here, a couple months now, since May, I think, the end of May. High school football, really that's about it. I went to work right after high school, so I don't have any collegiate experience sport-wise, but this all stems from high school, being around Tyler and the strength and conditioning coach down at Edison. Just trying to hit some goals here at this upcoming meet. Is it September 7th?
Yep.
Up in Warville. This will be my first sanctioned meet. I did one at 17, just a push-pull meet down at Jackson. That's really my experience towards the powerlifting side of it. But about it.
Sean Poling, been coming to Fred's gym for about 3 years now. Started training as a powerlifter about 3 years or so. Going on my third meet in September. So
It's just all over.
Not bad, bro.
oh,
No,
you're
you're
good.
good.
You're good.
This is kind of like the vibe though every day. Like, we're just all kind of hanging out. We got kids in here all the time, so we're used to this. This is just second nature for us.
Oh yeah.
Literally a family facility. Everybody becomes a family, or you bring the gang in, whatever it is. Absolutely.
So we do have some questions, kind of just to get some people to know you, but very general. Talk about your best lift to date. If you got one on the record books like Fred, or if you got one just in a meet like PR, what's your best lift to date, Fred?
Oh man, record books wise, because training's been hefty. I got to get back in the game, whether it's business or being a dad. Things get in the way. That's just me for sure. But last time I competed in Ohio, in Youngstown, that's where it was. I banged out a 650 deadlift at 161 pounds. So still trying to hold that down and see what I can do with that.
Cody?
I would say deadlift now. Back in Jackson, I pulled a 500, but obviously not sanctioned, doesn't really count. In here, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, I ended up pulling a 545. I would say deadlift is probably my best lift as of now.
Sean?
I'd have to go with either squat or deadlift. I take more pride in the squat because it was more of a, I don't want to say a struggle, but it took a lot of work to get the depth right and start getting the weight up. Hit the PR 501 at the last meet. So.
I think I'm with the majority here. My best lift to date is that 518 deadlift. that I got posted. Took a lot of work to like get comfortable pulling over fives consistently, but once I did, 518 was cruising. So I'm hoping to kind of set some PRs coming up.
I mean, I've been trying to tell you for about a year now you can get well over 500, but
I know.
And as you see, he said taking pride, guys. So he was like, everybody's going to say deadlift. So he was like, not bad, Sean.
Oh, you're good.
We're trying to get our squats up. We're trying.
Well, and then that segues into what's your favorite exercise to do? Like, what's your favorite exercise program? Fred?
My favorite exercise and program, I would say, those box squats. I think that one thing I have going on is, other than getting beat up and Brad, that transition in my squat. So that's one of my toughest skills. That transition coming out of that flow in the squat, that causes squats. I gotta work on those. So I would say that I suck at them, but they're my favorite because I know I need them. Yeah, that's all.
Cody?
I don't know. I would say squat because I've hated it for so long. It's something different. The last time I actually squatted was high school, probably sophomore year. So you're talking well over 12, 15 years ago. And now coming in, and I think I did a 415 the other day. So it's definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
Actually learning how to love it, opposed to learning how to hate
it. It's different when you step in that realm of like, now it's part of your competitive lifestyle.
Right.
Now you actually have to integrate it more.
And I'm actually having fun with it now.
Good.
Just
like that's the point. Like we're here to have fun and compete.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm in the same boat as you, like with the squat, especially like when I was pushing 500 pounds, like first getting back in the gym, like trying to squat, like that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And now, I look forward to squats every week.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's a good time.
And it's fun when you got guys in here that want to compete.
That can push you
in training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's awesome. It's fun.
I mean, I'm right in the same boat with y'all. Like I love programming squats just for the versatility. Like squat is a squat is a squat, and you can change it however you need to accommodate. So that's why I've always gone with. That's my like go-to answer is the squat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've got some kind of introduction questions out of the way, our next talking point is to talk a little bit about Jones Gym itself, like the facility, how it is, client experience. Fred, like, tell us a little bit about facility, Jones Gym, the atmosphere.
This is semi-private facility. I got a good amount of traffic coming in, but at the same time, as I said before, it's a family facility. So I definitely feel like it's one of those things where not a lot's going on. We got members like you guys, got a couple of clients here and there, but everybody knows everybody. Everybody gets in there and kind of, not individualized, but it's one of those things where everybody gets that opportunity to meet each other, socialize, but not too much going on. There's huge commercial gyms. Like I was in the gym for 4 hours, really didn't do anything. You're here, it's just you, these weights, and maybe select few with you. I do like that. Other than that, though, man, graffiti and garage doors that made Jones Gym. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean you got your logo spray painted behind you. I remember when these were just black walls, and now it's covered in just artwork. So sure, that's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, when you first moved in here, we were moving. What was it, like negative 20 out, and we're
20 out the day
loading
after
trucks up.
Christmas,
Yeah.
It's a grind.
I mean, unloading that truck with probably 3-4 inches of snow on the ground. You got all the doors open.
Oh yeah,
It was
rough.
yeah.
That's why you take pride in the stuff that you do. You know where you came from. Go from there. But everybody's a grinder. You said you didn't go to school, you graduated, hop in the game, start working.
Yeah.
That's how you became a man quick.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I feel like that's the feel here. Like when you walk through those doors, when you see the doors open, the music's going, people are in here to work. Like obviously, like you said, family atmosphere. There's kids. Like we're interacting with, the kids that come in. We're really like having interaction with clients, and everyone in here is having a grand time.
Yeah.
And you got like clients in varying age groups too, so it's not just like it's not like you're 20 and 30-year-olds. You got a long list of just age groups that you work with.
That's very unique because I feel like it's one of those things where most of the clientele that come on in, if I have somebody at 65, doesn't really listen to some rap, they're going to confuse their Emory in a period. But they're going to interact with you guys, you know?
Right.
It's cool. Everybody becomes friends. You might see somebody with produce and say something.
But that's kind of the
exactly.
feel.
That's,
Yeah.
that's like I'm training clients and I'm taking the poop every 5 seconds. So that goes. Yeah, you know, having older individuals in here or the young kids, I think that it's cool for them to kind of get the feel and see other individuals training and doing their own thing too.
Dad mode.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
What about for you guys? How do you think the atmosphere's been in here lately? I mean, we've been in this spot for what? A little bit over a year? 2 years maybe?
And it hasn't been quite 2 years.
Not quite 2 years, because I think we
We were at the OG spot.
were at the old
Yeah, you
spot.
guys were up on top of the hill.
Yeah, I think the move happened in January of 23.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, around there. Like I think officially opened what? March?
I think it was late February, March. Had the grand opening.
So
I like it. It's old school.
yeah.
It's that old school feel. Just like you're in high school.
Yeah,
And the gym pumping iron out of Edison, I mean, that's that old school high school feel.
Yeah.
It's not like a commercial gym.
no.
I
It's
mean,
not like
we're,
Planet Fitness or anything like that. I mean, it's tight knit. It's fun.
yeah, I mean, we'll maybe shoot like a panorama shot and upload it with the podcast a little bit, see what it's like. But you know, people who see it now don't realize kind of what it was at the old spot. You know, when you had one rack, one bench. Now we've got 6 racks, 3 platforms, 3 competition benches, 3 competition racks, like belt squat, reverse hyper. Like we've got the makings for, if you were coming in as an athlete, this would be ideal because of the versatility. Powerlifters, man, this is like a paradise.
Yeah.
So the other thing I'm going to bring up, and even though he had to go be dad mode, is the amount of community influence I think Joe's Gym has had since not only relocating but being in Steubenville since Fred opened. I think you guys would attest just how much involved Fred is in the community.
Oh yeah.
With putting on events such as, Joe's Gym is sponsoring a back-to-school drive. So anyone in the valley, anyone outside the valley, you want to contribute to giving a family possibly in need some well-needed school supplies for back to school, because we know those get expensive. Feel free to bring your donation down to Jones Gym or DM Freddie on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever he's on. Arrange a time to drop off your donation. We really appreciate it. We've been helping out. But other than the back to school drive, Fred started to kind of integrate into some high school. I mean, we just had what?
Yeah, he had that
Oak
Glen come in, and they had
They're lift-a-thon.
the lift-a-thon. But they all maxed out bench and deadlift, I think.
Yeah, and that was a great event. Like, people were here, people were excited. They were excited to be here and see Fred coming back. So maybe he can talk on it a little bit.
I guess the second year. This was the second year in a row.
Yeah, and it was a great turnout. I mean, I think the community really takes notice because he's been voted the #1 or the top 3 gym for almost 3-4 years in a row.
Yeah, number 1 for 3 years.
Yeah.
Going on 4 now.
Yeah, and voted best personal trainer. So also for any of you who might be on the Herald Star website, we'll post that link here too. Vote Jones Gym, #1 gym in the Valley. Vote Fred Jones, #1 personal trainer.
Absolutely.
But I mean, man, does this guy work?
Oh, he's helped me.
Yeah.
Just in the small amount of time I've known him.
Yeah.
But coming in here, if you guys aren't here, like even on bench, I mean, Freddie's been a godsend for me.
Oh,
anyway, just with the programming wise,
Yeah.
it helps a lot.
Yeah, Freddie's helped all of us.
It's almost like his ears were burning. We were talking about him so much.
Oh, for sure, I'm back, but I'm probably gonna be leaving another 30
Well, we brought up things like your community influence. You've been heavily involved in the community since you opened your doors back in the old spot. You've been having the back to school drive, which we brought up, told people how to get a hold of you. So if you want to expand on those community outreach, those back to school drive a little bit, just for us, we might be back track a little bit. But
Yes, I think you grow whenever your community grows. That's something that's huge to me. Just trying to be a part of the community, show people love as much as I can. Because I was down and out here and there, man. You know, where there's always somebody out there, especially if you put yourself in their shoes. I need some help in any way. So that back to school drive that I got going on, I'm giving out free backpacks. There'll be a barber here giving haircuts. There'll also be a couple events for the kids. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to get as many people as I can to donate, whether it's backpacks, pencils, paper, erasers, scissors, whatever they can give out. I want you just to get in contact with me, drop off donations. So on August 24th, I'll have the event where I'm going to spread that out to all the kids in need. So, man, just trying to get some love.
I mean, you even had the Steubenville Chamber of Commerce come down and have a ceremony for you and everything. So
Yes.
I think that speaks volumes to just how involved you are in the community. Well, transitioning now, I think we're going to get into kind of the nitty gritty of why we decided to call this Freddie's Freak Show. So
I remember when that nickname come up.
yeah. I mean, we were sitting here for a couple of weeks trying to figure out what we were going to call this thing. And I think we landed on Freddie's Freak Show after realizing just what we kind of were, and that's just a bunch of fools, crazy degenerates in our own right.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes it family, you know, it shows some love to everybody. I think that, like, everybody's accepted no matter what's going on. But on that aspect, I just get to hang out and listen to why y'all feel that way. That's what y'all saying. I'm just here.
Yeah. Like you said, you're like, it's family atmosphere. Your clients come in, they interact with us. Like, we've heard them say, like, man, you guys are crazy over there. Like, we've had days where it's like, cut off flannel days, or, we're wearing our singlets in here. We're trying to practice for competition, and people look at us like we're fools. But, that's kind of also what people kind of do at the circus. So I think Freddie's Freak Show fits perfectly in that. What do you guys think?
Well,
When we came in here, I think it was Christmas Eve or something like that, wearing Christmas shirts.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't a part of that. I missed
Yeah,
that
you weren't
one.
there yet.
Yeah.
I wasn't here
You'll
yet.
get to
We'll do it this
experience that a
year.
little bit.
Yeah. Got off flannels.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even so, like, we even went to adopting some different things for our regular training gear, bandanas.
Yeah.
We got to get Sean to
Yeah, I haven't jumped onto that one yet, but we'll get there.
$2 at Walmart, Sean. Come on.
I told you I'd bring some in.
I
got about 30 of it.
At least I could do is get them.
Yeah.
So, I think to kind of wrap this up, let's talk about some upcoming events, maybe some different type of training we've been going through. So just to summarize the upcoming events for the team, we have about, 3 or 4 of us are going to be traveling up to Orville, Ohio.
Yeah, 3 of us.
Competing warehouse wars at Tillotson Warehouse.
Yep.
And, that's probably the second or third meet we'll be doing at Tillotson.
It'll be my third.
Yeah. And that's such a great
I was
facility.
going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Facility, man. He's got that thing running the right way.
He's a good dude
Yeah,
too.
good
Yeah.
dude, good facility. Even all events held there, everything's smooth, so
Yeah.
give him props on that.
Then you put that field house in.
Right.
Like, that's going to be a great atmosphere
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
And then Bridgeport. I think we have 1 or 2 going to Bridgeport.
I know my brother wants to go.
Yeah. We got to get him on board, though. We got to
Yeah.
get him in it.
Yeah.
Even if he's kind of empty, I plan on trying to go to Bridgeport by the end of the year myself. So
Okay.
often,
Okay.
so that'll be cool to kind of get myself and get that spark rolling. So anybody who wants to have that game with me, I'll probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, people who aren't going to be like, we'll try and come up and handle you guys a little bit. And then for myself, I'm going to Charleston, South Carolina for North American Championships. So that's going to be new, traveling out of state to compete. It's not outside of my comfort zone a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Bigger meet, bigger event, larger population. But if you want to see where you measure, you got to go to those big meets.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Out there, man.
And that's like me going to Tillotson.
Yeah.
Man, that's real meat.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not like it's a push-pull meat, a little hole in the wall. I mean, it's a real meat.
Yeah.
And
USDA
so-
sanctioned.
Who thought about anything like that? Whenever you're powerlifting and truly competing, competing with yourself.
Right.
So it's cool. It's obviously adrenaline. You might feel a little nerves hitting there and there, but the only person you're going against is you, bro. You up there on that platform doing your thing, trying to get those numbers. You know?
Right.
So I do like that.
Get in there, hit your first squat.
Yeah, man, you'll do great.
Ready to roll.
My friend gave me this.
Dad, do it again.
Yeah, man, that's what we do.
That's kind of our lifestyle when we come in here sometimes. You got the kids.
Dads or daddies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whichever one you are.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. So, talk a little bit about how training's been going. I mean, you guys have been in prep for a while. I just got into prep after, really deciding I needed to refocus. So, talk a little bit about how prep's been going. Cody, this is your first time actually going through meet prep. Sean, this is your second or third. So, how's prep been going? How's training? Talk a little bit about it.
You want to touch on it first since you got a little bit more experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty good. We're about a little over halfway. We're
5 weeks and somewhat.
5 weeks and like five weeks in a day, I think.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So it's been going pretty good. We got the typical bumps and bruises from training, but
Yeah.
I think it comes with the territory.
Yeah. On the outside looking in, with like both of you guys definitely being smart on things, listening to the body, if it's not feeling it that day, and you're like, all right, I need to adjust,
Right.
Yeah, y'all looking good though.
I know we got a deload next week.
Yeah, we got a deload next week, and then last 3 heavy weeks of training. Then
Yeah.
and it's
Rock and
showtime.
roll. Yeah. Training for me has been, as good as it can be, other than little bumps and bruises with my pecs, but I don't really have anything off topic. It's been any nagging injuries or anything like that. Just the pecs every once in a while on bench get sore, but
Yeah.
I think really that's about it for me. I think training's been going good. We've been putting up some numbers. Even on 95% day. I mean, that's a lot of workload.
Hitting that 95 for a couple reps, that's pretty big.
Yeah. And from going, like on deadlift, I was only at 500 a couple of years ago, and now today it was, I think, 505 or 520, something like that.
Yeah.
For a 95%, I mean, that's a big jump.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been working, like,
Oh, yeah.
in here consistently. Like, you guys have been putting in the work, and like, I think it's going to show out for you guys in September.
Absolutely. You want to talk about excitement?
Yeah. So, what about some different challenges you've been facing during training and like prep? What's been some different hurdles you've been faced with trying to overcome? How do you think you got over those and through them?
For me, it's just been the mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, you see a bench, for example, 300. I've never hit over 300 on a bench. And that was one mental aspect. Not that the weight was heavy, it's just it was in my mind that, hey, I've never done this.
Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest challenge is the
Your mentality going
mental
into
hurdle.
a big lift, especially something you've never tried before, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's challenging. It can be.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a better feeling when you get past that. Like,
Yeah. Felt good the other day.
that bar that's been set, and then you break it.
Yeah. It's nice. Definitely nice.
Yeah. I see a glare coming from Tyler.
Yeah, I mean,
Wednesday kind of maybe went a little above and beyond on the bench press.
Yeah. That's the strength coach to me. That's like yes, it's kind of like one of those situations where you feel like you know too much, and then you see it, and you're like, do I step in? Do I not? Like I've been vocal with some of my opinions, but like
That's why we got the attempt out of the way before Tyler got here.
you guys got that time to perfectly with my work schedule, just get it out of the way before I roll in off the nights.
He can tell you what I said. I was like, I wouldn't do it, but you're a grown man. You're going to be on the shower. Me, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
But it does give you that little, okay, I felt it
yeah.
now.
It really
I
helps me.
know
That's just my mindset. Like, I would like to, whether I get the lift or not, depending on what it is. Like, for example, the bench is 405. No, I've attempted it once before. That was a disaster.
Oh,
That was about almost a year ago. That was a disaster. But Wednesday, pretty close to hitting it.
Yeah. Real close.
Real close. It felt very doable. So I know where I stand on it. feel like I can do it. So
It definitely helps though. Feeling that weight out there, you're like,
yeah,
okay.
you get a good feel.
Yeah.
Like if I would have got buried again on it, then I'd know. Okay, yeah, 4+ isn't in the cards right now. But
Right.
I mean, it's all that last half that you gotta do. It's like you're strong enough to get off your chest. You just gotta get that lockout going.
yeah,
Like, you're there.
it's there. It's just fine tuning things and
Yeah,
getting everything right.
absolutely. But that's just like with everything.
Yeah.
Squat, bench, deadlift.
I mean, there's days I come in, like even hitting 315 feels like 350.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm along the same lines. It's just like the mental aspect. You know, mentally trying to get in here after coming off of work and get 2 hours of sleep. And,
Yeah.
you know, getting here is half the battle. And it's when you're here, you got to dial it in.
Yeah.
So I feel like now that I'm in prep, it's going to help me a lot. You know, along the same lines, like I've always known that like my bench is what it is, my squat is going to come around. The deadlift has always been that thing where it's like I had a mental block for so long.
Yeah.
But now it's like training with Sean for so long and having a crew, and now Cody's coming in, and Cody is kind of like the intrusive thought kicking in. You're kind of just like, you know, just send it. You know, why not? So that's helped too. Just getting past that mental barrier. Now 500 is the standard,
Yeah.
and I always call it something like chasing the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
If you get that reference,
Yeah.
you know, you pull 5, it's like, okay, I got 5 now. Where do I want to go? Now I want to go for 6.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So I know you guys did it too. You sat down at the beginning of the year. When Cody started, he sat down and he made some goals for himself. What are some goals you want to accomplish for yourself in here, mostly by the end of 2024?
You want to take it? Or
Yeah, I'll take it. Like, okay, for meat wise, obviously we're having this one in September. I just want to go out there and not red light. That's my goal, but I have numbers in my head of what I want to hit. That I think are very attainable, even 5 weeks out. But as for like my body and myself, it's been a huge help. We went through some dark times before coming in here, and it's definitely helped. I just keep on track and keep going and staying on this meat prep and being around the guys. I mean that helps so much more than I thought it would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My first day in here, that was a rough one. Like the first week was rough, terrible.
I remember.
But I mean, I think I've came a long way. Absolutely. Yeah, with the numbers, but even the mental health in itself, it's been a lot better. I've felt a lot better between this and therapy. It's just unbelievable. It's a 180-degree difference. And I can't thank Freddie and this group of guys enough because they pulled me out of a hell of a hole. And I mean, for me, it's just been something else. And I like seeing me go back to my old days where happy, go lucky, hey, we're okay. You know what I mean? But as for the meat, I got some numbers in my head. I don't know if I want to say it or not, but I would like a 550 or 565 on deadlift. That's my number one goal right now.
Yeah.
And a couple weeks ago, man, that's attainable. I'm only 20 pounds off. Like today, yeah, I had some issues with my hands, but you have those days.
Yep.
I don't know, on squat, maybe 440. And then bench, I just want to hit 350. Like bench, it is what it is. At 305, I felt great. So I think 350 would
The
be a
strength's
goal
there.
on
It's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
bench.
Just got to dial it in, and
Yeah.
you'll be there in no time.
Yeah. You want to touch on it now?
Personal numbers by the end of the year, you said? I'd say squat. I'd like to be around the 550 range. I know I'm thinking right now between 525, 535 area. I think that's attainable for the meet. Bench 400, 405. That's definitely the goal. That's been shooting for that for a while now. I know it's there. Just a matter of getting it right and getting it. And then deadlift, we've been chasing 600 for a while now. Chasing Freddie. That's.
My biggest goal is just consistency. You chasing me, man, but I ain't running right now. I gotta get myself moving, because there's a lot of outside factors that always play a role in all this kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
That's all. That's why no matter what you're doing, whether it's training, something in life, consistency is key. Staying consistent, keep yourself motivated, keep your eyes on the prize.
What about you? What do you got?
When I sat down at the beginning of 2024, I said I want to pull 600 pounds by December. And I think it's still attainable. It's there because I kind of had a little hiccup. I got ahead of myself before I started prep. I tried to do 545 off the ground. Came that far off.
I remember that day.
Well, to be fair, like you just came off of a little bit of a surgery and hadn't pulled nothing in a while, so
yeah.
But I'll have most of my goals accomplished after November because I also sat down and said, okay, I want to go increase my total. I've done that. I want to compete 2 meets a year. I'm going to do that in November, and I want to do 600 pounds by December. 2 or 3 are going to be accomplished, and I can get really close to that 600. I feel like as long as I stay consistent, eat, sleep, especially with work schedule changing.
oh yeah.
It's close. Now I just got to focus on staying healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's going to get me. Well, I have a little bit of a breakdown here, but I think this is probably the point where we could say like this is a good place to stop for us.
Yeah. I would say.
Like I said, like probably once a month, sit down and talk a little bit. The next one will be after the meet in September. This will be a great way to recap. Anything else you guys want to talk about at all before we get going?
You got anything?
I don't know. I think a little emotional over here. I'm just having crying over here.
Why?
Nah, but
It's just been a big help.
yeah,
It has.
I think it's been a help for all of us. I
Yeah.
mean,
And you got Nate coming in. You got my brother coming in. Like
We're growing.
Yeah.
And like I've said it before, you know, this atmosphere, this place has no place for, you know, zealots, like to be super religious about training and everything. Like, no, you can't train with us, blah 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 blah. Like, we'll welcome you in. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, yeah.
we want people to join and become a part of this, and we don't want to close people off. But you know, when you're with us, you're with us. Like, you gotta want to be here. You gotta want to be consistent.
Absolutely. Another point, like when I'm in here at night, there's a kid that comes in with his dad. And I told him at any time he needs help or if he wants to work in, he sees us in here, come work in. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Like to grow this bigger.
oh yeah.
And like as for the younger lifters here, if you see us, come over. Like we're not going to shut you down.
Yeah,
like
we're not.
we have fun with it.
Yeah, we're not these like top tier celebrities
No.
or anything.
No.
That are gonna like push you away.
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're training hard. Yeah,
Bunch
we
of
talk.
big old goofballs, pretty much.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of degenerates. That's what it comes down to.
We're just a bunch of freaks at the freak show, man.
But I think that's a goal that I think we all have in common. Bring the younger kids in if they want to work in with us or
oh yeah.
anything. Just to come over and look and watch.
Yeah.
Feel free. Because I mean that helps them out and that helps us out. Like getting the younger generation in, like that's a big help.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think we all have that in common. We all want that. Yeah.
Doors open for anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody is welcome to come onto this facility and give it a whirl if they want to power lift or what. Yeah, we do.
Well, that being said, you stuck around till the end. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to the crew. That's
Kids.
it. Yeah, and the kids.
And the kids.
That's just us.
You know, I'm
This is-
surprised they stayed as quiet as they did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I give credit.
Walking in and out, in and out.
40 minutes ago. Woo!
Yeah. that was-
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I need to keep it.
Yeah, we will keep that one in just for you. But thank you, everyone. If you felt like this helped, give us a like, give us a share. Keep a lookout for the next one to come your way. And thanks for coming by the Freak Show.
Yep.